Instagram's all about style and fashion. You're about to meet a street scene who lives it. Meet Joelle Leet, model, journalist for Fashion Watch, editor of her own fashion blog, madglam.com. Madglam gets you the inside scoop on fashion, designers, shows, the best parties, and shopping. Madglam's got you covered. Check it out.
I started out modeling when I was really young, 14, 15. I've done mainland China. I also lived in Hong Kong for a while. And then I also did some shows in Montreal and Toronto. You see the end. It's all about that for me. And then once you get there, that's the moment. It's empowering. I love it. How did that come about? I've been writing since I was old enough to pick up a pen. Fashion has always been a huge interest in my life, so kind of combining the two, that's a huge passion of mine. So now it's evolved into showing Canadians a little bit about Canadian fashion. We do have our more edgier designers, but it does tend to be a little bit commercial. But I think it's changing and it's evolving. So that's another thing I try to get out there, because otherwise these people don't know. Hey, like Toronto has a fashion week. This year it created a huge buzz in the city. People were out there watching and wanting to know who these designers were. I love Common Cloth. I love Derek Lam. Also Andy Tian, everyone loves him. And he's just so cool as a person. For men, I was really surprised with Bustle this season. I loved it. I tried to introduce new designers. Look at Susie Love. Susie Love, she is a very cool jewelry designer.
Andy's like napkin rings, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna drill these and make them a necklace, and everyone was like,
I saw you at Fashion Week, loved your stuff. I was just like, wow. And then 2 days later, I got to wear it. In Ula's finale dress, I wore that one. Project Runway Canada, the first season. Making a garment on us in 30 minutes, and they're actually sewing the fabric onto our bodies. It was crazy. When you're modeling, you don't get to see that process. Seeing how much they cared about what they were doing, just so intense. My favorite was obviously Carly Wong. I just loved her. She's actually developing her own line right now, and it's a beautiful line. It's a really cool experience. If fashion is an interest of yours, then get involved and see what's out there. It definitely is entertainment, but I see it more as a way of self-expression and a way of, telling people who you are, from the point of view of, going to fashion shows and flipping through magazines and watching it on television. That's entertainment. But when it comes to individual fashion and style, that to me is a way of just expressing who we are as people and individuals. Designers are artists, and if you don't have that drive and that creativity, it's going to be really difficult. If you can't actually execute your idea, who's going to do it for you? I welcome anyone who's passionate about the fashion industry. The biggest tip would be to just always be yourself and not get nervous when you're around people in the fashion industry. Just do what you do and do what inspires you and what you believe in, and eventually I think people are going to start loving it.
It was the spirit